See, Bangalore South cannot really be separated from the rest of Bangalore. So priorities, if we are to set any priorities, I think we have to look at it holistically, Bangalore as a whole. So if you look at Bangalore as a whole, the problems I see are infrastructural woes that Bangalore is suffering, be it roads, traffic, public transportation, and water and energy requirements, all put together. I think in terms of infrastructure, we have a long way to go, and that should definitely be my priority. What we have to do is really push for more projects that will help us ease these infrastructural constraints. We got to push, for example, this is just an example, not the only thing, for metro project to really get going. It's not as fast as people want it to be. Everybody feels it's very slow progress. So we have to push for projects like metro to push very hard. Number two, you could take up issues like power generation in Parliament and try to get more projects for Karnataka so that the crippling power cuts can be done away with. So these are infrastructure related, but of course there are other issues. Environment is a serious issue in Bangalore. I think ultimately, like Delhi, we have to push for mandatory CNG in Bangalore, so that at least all public transportation vehicles use CNG, and we have to set up the infrastructure for that. Otherwise, the pollution levels are very alarming. That's another priority, I would put it as that. And number three, we have to also make Bangalore, a lovable, livable, and globally vibrant Bangalore that also respects its local heritage. Today, the biggest issue that's bothering all of us is the recession, economic recession. And even though India has done much better in dealing with global economic crisis than many other countries, we are perhaps the best country that has withstood this global recession, but still we are also impacted by recession, and that is affecting employment, that is affecting manufacturing, that is affecting service industries. I think we have to collectively see what we can do to increase the growth rate and get the country back on the growth agenda. That is one priority. Number two priority would be, of course, security issues, be it local law and order problems or national security issues. That is something that I would want to voice and speak on behalf of people. Well, I've served 3 terms. I'm serving my 3rd term as a member of the Legislative Assembly in Karnataka, and I have done so with satisfaction. I can proudly say I have done my best as a legislator, state legislator in the last 6 years, and through that I've kept myself clean and proven that you can stay clean in politics. So I think that brings me immense happiness. Couple of, I'm sure we've all have our failures. Last few years I've been working on water issues, and we have I come from Kolar district originally, and Kolar district is suffering severe water issues. It's not just Kolar, it's be it Tumkur, Bangalore rural, these dry districts. So I've been trying to see what we can do as a legislator, but unfortunately we have not been able to find a long-term solution, and I think that's one thing that hurts me, that despite, even though we have tried, but we still don't have a solution. Well, as a legislator, I meet with people every day. So every morning I meet people and I attend to their grievances. My doors are open. My office is open at 8 o'clock in the morning to meet with people. So except the time that we are perhaps in Delhi attending to the parliament, I should be available to people every day. So I have extensive public contact programs. I toured my constituency extensively, but being an MLA is different from being a member of parliament, because as an MLA you deal with day-to-day issues of people much more. So when people have a problem, they normally go to their MLA. Not that many people go to their MP, but still there will be issues that I can help with, and I'm sure I've always been accessible to people through my office, so I should be